Uh, mm, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Well, I got a big W today. a big W. I got a big W in the first place just for me enjoying my life, me keeping it real, me being honest with everything I say and doing everything I say I'm going to do. And I just got a big W under multiple categories. Live streaming. And I state something always happens. I didn't go out to seek to prove myself right, to be proven right. I seen a nice day for what it was, decided to enjoy that day, especially after a close near death experience. And I got not only I got a W, but I got rewarded. Me being honest, I got rewarded. And a demonstration to show the person that has his face on the screen, puts his face on his videos, that says he tells the truth, provides proof by without intentions to do so, because a person that always tells the truth will come out. and a, and the truth is, my life is enjoyable at its fulfillment as it is, and people that gets proved wrong, and just like everything else under every other category has to hopscotch to other beliefs, to other judgments, and now has to hopscotch to another justification, because I have been proven honest, and I have been proven that I have uh, desired stuff outside losers' opinion on it. So whatever you believe, whatever you justify or whatever you believe makes a valuable life is just as incorrect as you was about your opinion on everything else that you have to hotchkotch onto another reason or another justification, and it only validates me more when you continue to allow yourself to be proven wrong, because everybody with a life, and believe me, anybody with a life wouldn't want to be with someone that justifies someone else's life rather than your own. That validates someone else's life rather than your own. It spends their life in the shadow of someone else, trying to prove that person or trying to believe that person to be incorrect when you're always proven wrong. So, whatever you, like I said, whatever you think that I don't have, that I should have to validate my life, if you have that, believe me, if you have that, it would be satisfactory enough where you wouldn't be here. But you more likely don't have that. And if you do have that, that person is just as miserable as you and has just settled. Believe me, that person has just settled. Me, I'm not settled. I'm satisfied. Well, this is about the game awards. I actually had this plan to do. Yesterday, got too busy to do it. Today, I almost forgot to do it due to circumstances. I've been gloating, gloating. Love it. But this is about the nominees. I'm actually going to be serious with this. I might pop a little joke, but seriously, let's check out these nominees. I've done watched it. I already know the nominees, and I've done stated while watching it. Um, while watching it, I have decided who I would believe deserves it or should get it. And I do admit a lot of this shit in here is bullshit. I see and I do understand why, especially given this year's nominees or rewards that's given, why people don't put too much into this. They they went completely overboard with some dumb ass shit. I don't believe like the Xbox need to believe, see that their fanboyism leads them to believe favoritism, but they can't see beyond their favoritism. That everybody, even people doing the shows or nominating shit, or they're all using somewhat favoritism. They so, but they say, oh, a company or this, there should be no bias or something. You can't say there ain't no bias in you. You can't say there's no bias in you. Especially you. Especially when you say, Xbox should win a reward or get a reward this year, rather than saying Xbox needs to make a game that's worthy of a award. You're wanting more Xbox to win a studio, a company to. You're wanting, rather than the game makers making the game, win award for their just hard works, not for the company that made the game, but just for the company that makes the console. In other words, you're looking for justification for your preference. Proof. Period. But let's get listening to the nominees. Oh, come on. Not a damn commercial.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and on Thursday, December 8th, we are going to celebrate the best in video games and see what's next at the Game Awards, which streams live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Yes, there will be new games to announce. The Game Awards Orchestra will return, and there are many other surprises in the works. But today, it's all about revealing the nominees across more than 30 categories, including, of course, Game of the Year, as selected by our global jury of more than 100 media outlets. Remember, you can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com and on our Game Awards Discord server. Who's in the running? Well, it's my honor to announce this year's distinguished nominees. For Best Performance, the nominees for 2022 are Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West; Charlotte McBurney, A Plague Tale Requiem; Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok; Van Engage, Immortality; and Sunny Suljic, God of War Ragnarok. In the category of Best Multiplayer, the nominees are...
Listen to it one more time.
You can help select the winners by voting at thegameawards.com and on our Game Awards Discord server. Who's in the running? Well, it's my honor to announce this year's distinguished nominees. For Best Performance, the nominees for 2022 are Ashley Birch, Horizon Forbidden West; Charlotte McBurney, A Plague Tale Requiem; Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok; Van Engage, Immortality; and Sunny Suljic, God of War Ragnarok.
Now, to be honest, best performance, all those games I haven't played, so to give a true, honest opinion on it, I don't feel I'm inclined to be able to, especially on the subject of performance. There's a lot of good actors, but also I believe that this right here is something that's not. It's Game Awards. Should these people have recognition of how well they do? But it should be something of its own. They should do. They should do something for the companies. The company that makes the games should do something for their actors that they hire to play the cast. It should be done, but something out of this game. What's up, Skills? So it's neither here nor there with me.
In the category of Best Multiplayer, the nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiversus, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now, the Xbox would want it to be either Call of Duty because of the acquisition of it, just to have a validation towards their preference because Microsoft is acquiring Call of Duty, but to probably play safe. If they're not really Call of Duty players, they'll say the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. So I'm gonna, without even me playing it, best multiplayer. I didn't. I would probably go ahead and give it to Ninja Turtles myself too. I've heard good things about it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I do have a love for Ninja Turtles. I do have a love for the classic arcade Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. So I believe it should win. Just from word of mouth, from word of mouth to year.
Shredder's Revenge. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact.
Best ongoing game. It's sure. I heard the DLC for Destiny was real good. That it mentioned. But if I think of ongoing game, even though I stopped playing it for a while, I had to give it to Fortnite. I really like that they've got rid of the building. I still, even though I stopped playing it now, I have an urge to get back on it. So I really like that they kept it ongoing, changing stuff, willing to try different things and shit like that. So.
The nominees for Best Art Direction are
Best Art Direction.
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray.
Now, was I surprised that Scorn was in this? No. I admit that that's the Xbox game that I was interested in due to of its artwork, that its level design, it's what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. It's visuals. It not really graphics, but the its lure, its world that you're in. I have to give it to prove I'm not the Sony fanboy. I'm not out to just bash Xbox. I say finally, Xbox has got a game out there that deserves a reward. There's a reward that really points at this game. This game deserves this reward. Best, whatever it was, I can't remember what it was. Our best, and so Xbox gets that one with Scorn. The best score in music. Let's see what the nominees are.
For Best Score in Music, the nominees are Olivier de Rivera, A Plague Tale Requiem, Susaka Sato, Elden Ring, Bear McCreary, God of War Ragnarok, Two Feathers, Metal Hellsinger, and Yasunori Mitsuda, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. The Best Audio Design nominees are
Um, I can't say most of those. If they had Forbidden West, maybe Horizon Forbidden West, I don't even think it had that in there. But I love the music, especially the last song that was playing during the critics of that game. So um, I, I'm lost on that one. And now this one coming up, best audio design. I watched another YouTuber um, talking about these, and I have to agree with him on it. But let's check out the nominees.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West.
Um, Now, he's an Elden Ring fan, and said he wished that he could give it to Elden Ring, um, but our sound design, Elden Ring has been using the same sounds since the original PlayStation 3 uh, Demon Souls. Sounds of busting the barrel and shit like that. He says he cannot honestly give that to Elden Ring. And he admits that Sony, that's one thing that Sony, and I do admit, well, how many times have I been bragging about, not just because the headset's good and the new 3D audio, 3D Pulse headset sounds, but also in general, the Sony knows how to, in their games, know how to cap get you enriched with the world with by sounds. So it's either you can go either one, God of War or Horizon Forbidden West. Either one could go with that real good. Um, Me personally, I would probably say I only pick Horizon a little bit more because I've actually played that. But I've played the first God of War, so I'm stuck on which one. So let's see what the next one is.
Innovation and accessibility recognizes games that are making our industry available and enjoyable to
And innovation, and accessibility.
more people. Selected by a special committee of accessibility experts, the nominees are As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Core.
Innovation and accessibility. Um, I would be lost. Not that I don't know what they are, but without knowing all the games, I playing all the games, and so I'm going to bring up his opinion, and I'm going to trust his opinion, so it'll be my own. And again, no Sony preference here. This guy makes videos mocking Sony fanboys, and he said Last of Us, the recent remake. I don't approve of that game. I think the game shouldn't have been made. Especially with that price. But I believe it probably has the accessibility um, and other that just, to avoid the war. Let's check the next one.
For Best Narrative, the
Best
nominees
narrative.
are A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
Best narrative. Best narrative. Uh, now you know. Now you know that a lot of people that's like me hasn't played all these games, even though it's almost maybe a 5 games at most list, and most of the games that are in multiple categories. Not everybody's played these games. Some of these people are, it's not their style of game or their game type. So judging on an honest opinion of those features or those things that these games might have can't honestly be done without playing and having an honest opinion on which one might be better, even though the game might not be your cup of tea. So, that one, at a loss on. I can see Horizon Forbidden West, or why no, narrative, I don't know. I'm just like I said, I won't say I'm lost on it.
Games for Impact recognizes a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning. The nominees this year are A Memoir
Games with impact.
Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. The best independent game.
I'm gonna go back and see that again.
Games for Impact
Games
recognizes
for
a
impact.
thought-provoking game with a
Thought-
profound pro-social meaning. The nominees this year are A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls,
I
Citizen Sleeper,
I don't know none of this.
Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a
I don't know
Teenage
none of
Exocolonist.
these.
The best independent game. The
Independent
nominees
game.
are Cult of the Lamb, Neon White,
Don't know.
Seafood, Stray, and Tunic. The best mobile game. The nominees are Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal,
Stop.
Genshin Impact,
Stop.
Marvel Snap,
Oh no, not. Oh, look at it now. It's gonna act. It's gonna act up with the button presses now. And now it's gonna stop again. It's not gonna.
Tunic. The best mobile game. The nominees are
Oh,
Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. The best independent game. The nominees are Cult of the Lamb, Seafood,
now, Seafood. I've heard good things about it, and of course, it's a Sony side game.
Stray,
And of course, I heard Stray. And it's a Sony side game. Of course, every Xbox is going to vote for something else, no matter what side it is, but those 2 games.
and Tunic. The best mobile game. The nominees are Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap,
And I'm with that dude about this one. He said he couldn't believe Diablo Immortal was on there. Supposedly, that game came out with a lot of bullshit, that it was highly controversy with that game, with the way it was made, and with transactions and stuff like that. So I say this is one where it's like bullshit.
power of fantasy. Best community support presented by Discord recognizes the game for outstanding support, transparency, and responsiveness to players. Our nominees are Apex Legends,
This
Destiny
one,
2, Final Fantasy 14,
I don't know
or
either.
No Man's Sky. Okay, now it's time for one of
I
my
can't say.
favorite categories, Best Debut Indie Game.
Best
Recognizing
debut
the
indie
development
game.
team that made its first game in 2022. Clearly, they hit it out of the park. The nominees are Neon White, Norco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
Now, I know for a fact, every Xbot is all over this Vampire Slayers. Because like I said, they need a validation. They need a game that say, hey, we got this. They need something they can push. And right now, this is like a Xbox. It's an Xbox game, but also mostly PC. And so Xbox are pushing it. PC players are pushing it, and both the PC players that's leaning with the Xbox a little bit are also pushing it. It's also it's their first game beyond um, Forza. It's their first game beyond Forza to get a high review. Matter of fact, they this game got a 94, just like God of War Ragnarok. I think it got in a 90s reward, 90s review. And boy, they're like, they're like they're doing dances and doing the jigs. And I'm not saying the game is not. To me personally, I've seen the game. I know it's an indie game. Me personally, I can't get into some indie games. If I'm going to invest my time playing a game, I want it to be um, I don't care. I don't like indies. I don't care for indies. I know that I'm probably missing out. This game's probably great. It's probably worthy of the reward, worthy of this reward. But I know the Xbox are livid that this game is not nominated for Game of the Year, or the one that's second meaningful. I can't remember what's called, but there's two games at the same equal quality. There's two categories, and this game wasn't nominated for either one, and that is pissing Xbox off, because this is the closest this an indie game is closest that they have come in 10 years. A decade a complete decade has went by with Xbox not winning any rewards, and almost I think a pretty good bit without even being nominated, because they have come out with nothing but mediocre crap that's mostly too glitchy, too buggy, and not working right to be nominated, let alone to be hollow, empty, and pointless games like Sea of Thieves was.
For best VR AR game, the nominees are
VR, AR,
After the Fall,
after the fall.
Own Lab,
Oh, goddamn, another commercial.
Lab, Moss Book 2, and Matter 2. For Content Creator of the Year, the nominees are
That fall game, Redfall, Moss Book 2. I've heard great things about both of them. Both of them are PlayStation VR games, especially Moss Book 2. I, I love the PlayStation VR. I'm planning on getting the second one. I could give it to either one of those.
Carl Jacobs, Footway, Rebellion.
This is stupid. This right here. This nominee award here,
For best action game are
the best content creator or something like that. One of those guys, one of those people it brung up was a Twitter user that's no longer doing Twitter. That's a stupid reward. That's one of the bullshits that's turning this event into a mockery.
Bayonetta 3, Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Seafood, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. The best
Now, that guy that I said I was watching his opinion on these nominees, he was going after Seafood because Seafood is a fighting game, but is not a multiplayer. You don't play against other players, which I can understand somewhat of what he's coming off as, or coming off with that, because hearing all those other nominees and every one of them involving other players, I can see why he could probably be led to believing that it should be a multiplayer game, but it just says fighting. If the game has fighting in it, that the game sole purpose is punching, kicking, and that's what you do to get to from the start until the ending of the game. I say the game needs to be there. It's okay to be there. It doesn't say online fighting game or a multiplayer fighting game. It just said fighting game. So I had to go with Seafood. Best action adventure game is the next one. And here we go again. I think I know what it is. I am hitting a button I shouldn't hit. I caught myself hitting it that time when I was picking up the controller. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is not going real good at all. We're having technical issues here. Technical issues. God damn it. Okay.
Action adventure game nominees are Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic.
Best action and adventure. Best action and adventure. That Plague's Tale. Uh I know they're gonna be like, oh, Plague Tale should win this one. A Plague Tale should win this one. A story driven, mostly a story driven narrative game that doesn't have any expiring demands to press buttons like God of War does. It it has you changing weapons. It has you to 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 attack certain weapons with different weapons because it has a different element. It it keeps you heartbeat throbbed of uh, attacking this guy, attacking this monster, attacking this monster, attacking this monster. I've seen a Plague's Tale. It's mostly stealth elements in it. There's it's not a completely fighting story. It's holding a light to rats and keeping them at bay. So that right there, if any Xbot voting for that game as best action adventure, if it was just adventure, okay, I would okay it. But simple facts that it's action, that out of all those titles, that game has the least amount of action. God of War, Horizon Forbidden West has action in abundance. I played Horizon Forbidden West. You have to dodge those big giant monsters, the dinosaur robot monsters attacking you, and you you can set traps. There's so many different ways you can fight these things. Let alone you can also stealth it. You can also stealth it, sneak attack and shit. God of War, of course. Horizon Forbidden West, real good choice. That should win this. The action and adventure.
For Best RPG, the jury selected Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Now, best RPG. Of course, I've not played neither one of those. I know the Pokemon game over the controversy of it, of how bad it is. Of with the controversy, it shouldn't be nominated. It was that guy was upset that he was even nominated. That I watched. Uh, Even me not playing it, I'll give it to Elden Ring. Of course, Elden Ring deserves it, even though it's not my cup of tea, even though I haven't played it. I say Elden Ring deserves it. Best. What's the next one? I can't hardly. It's bleed. It's
The best fighting game nominees are
best fighting
Reenact
game.
Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, King
JoJo.
of Fighters 15, Multi.
Best fighting game.
Versus and Season.
How did it get back there?
Anticipated upcoming game. Remember, these have to be games that are officially announced. Nominees are Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Now, now, I know it's not going to be believed, but the only people that really don't believe me has been proven wrong, especially today. Um, all honesty, all complete honesty. You know Xbox. You know who they're rooting for on this one. You know what game most anticipated or highly anticipated game. Uh, you know you know they want Starfield. You know for a fact they want Starfield. Um, and given the fact that it is highly anticipated, I would even probably say it. I would probably even say it myself. But that what was that other game? Oh fuck! It's it's an RPG that's coming out for the PlayStation. It's a PlayStation exclusive. That's not my thing because I don't like the world it's set in. Hogwarts or something. What the fuck? It's based on that fucking Lord of the Rings wannabe shit. Uh, what is it? A kitty, kitty movie show. Uh, oh shit, I can't think of it. With that dork, the with the glasses. Oh shit, I can't think of the damn the game now. Hold on, let me get it back here.
For Best RPG, the jury selected
Harry Potter.
Little Eyes, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade.
Here, it's an RPG. It's an RPG game.
Chronicles 3. The best fighting game nominees
I
are.
done went. I went too far back.
Nominees are Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield.
Yeah. So it's that. It's a RPG that's based on the world and the their fucking that fucking shit. It's, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I won't have nothing to do with it. I won't have nothing to do with it. Hmm.
And The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
So, but I do admit there's a lot of people behind it. There is a lot of people behind it, and rightfully so. But I think probably the game will be great with just the RPG elements, the magic elements, but I just don't care for the lure. I don't care for the lure of that world of those characters or creating your character within that world, even without having Harry Potter in it. I don't care for that shit. I don't care. No.
This year, there's a new category in TGA, Best Adaptation, which recognizes excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative endeavors based on video game worlds and characters. Here are our first ever nominees for Best Adaptation: Arcane, League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners,
This one,
Cuphead Show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2,
you know, the Cuphead. You know, Xbox are going to be going.
and Uncharted.
You know, especially against Uncharted. They're gonna be like Cuphead, and I think what that is, imitations, which is basically shows based off of video games or movies based off of video games. Um, and you know they got a huge bidder in the. They got a huge fucking bitter that the Halo TV show wasn't nominated. Oh my God. Let's continue this.
Next up, Best Family Game. The nominees are Kirby and the Forgotten Land,
I'm gonna go ahead. Nintendo's winning this one. You want to know why? Because every game that's nominated is a Nintendo. Not one game is not Nintendo. It's the games might be like somewhere else, like PC. I don't think so, but I mean they're all Nintendo.
Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3.
Yeah, the Lego game. The Lego game might have a on PC and versions on the PlayStation, Xbox, but in general, they're all every other one absolutely is a Nintendo exclusive. Besides the Lego,
The Best Sim Strategy nominees are
don't
The
care,
Spice Wars, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope,
don't care.
Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus,
Xbox are going to be for World of War, just for the simple facts that that's a property of Blizzard, and Blizzard's a property of Activision, so they're going to be pulling for that just for Xbox. Rather than saying the game is worthy of it, to give credit to the studio that made it, but just for their corporate shields bullshit.
and Victoria 3. This year, these 5 games are nominated for Best Sports Racing: F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World.
Now, best racing game. Oh, I didn't hear a title mentioned. Did you hear a Forza? Let me rewind that. Let me see if there was a Forza. Oh yeah, Forza hasn't come out with a new one lately. So, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Xbox. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you could have had if the studio that makes fucking Forza would have got off their ass and put out another title. They could have made. They could have had an Xbox. Could have had another nominee, and more definitely, I wouldn't. And I wouldn't. I'll be fully honest. They would have won it if Xbox game creators that makes Forza would have put out a game. it would no doubt win. Especially, and again, proving my unbiased, my honest, truthful, no man child narrative like these bots have, especially a certain three. Um, the Xbox would have won it if with their Forza if they had one, and even without Xbox having one in here, I will say Sony does not deserve one with Forza. I mean, with Gran Turismo. I see. I'm not. Oh, Sony should win everything. I even say without Xbox making appearance for this reward, I say Forza should have won it. If they had one, Gran Turismo does not deserve to be nominated, let alone win the award. Cause with the controversy when that game came out, it shouldn't win it. And like I said, it shouldn't be nominated.
Next up, we're looking at our 5 esports categories, starting with Best Esports Game.
Esports. Again, this right here is the bullshit that's ruining the cred. The cred. See, they're ruining this. They game makers. They work so hard creating their craft for for their finance, but also for our enjoyment because they also had a love to be in the gaming industry. You've had to play games before, and you have had to have a love for games. But so they deserve some sort of recognition too for their craft. And this show was supposed to be it, but they're giving out rewards for esports to certain players that plays professional best esport game. They not only do games, they do best esport player. They not only do best esport player, but they go as far as naming the damn best coach. They go as they go as far as naming the goddamn best coach, and when they mention the players, they call them athletes. They call them athletes. Right there. But, oh my God. Athletes. They call them athletes. God damn.
And yeah. Here are the 5 nominees for Best Esports Team.
Oh, an esports team. They do esports team too.
LA Thieves and Loud. The Best Esports Coach nominees
Here's a
are
coach.
Blade, Bazooka, Doombro, Robin, and Score. The nominees for Best Esports Event are
Even event.
League of Legends.
They even got an event.
Major Antwerp, the MSI, and Valorant.
Listen here. Listen here. And this dude was right. They have more reward categories. They almost got more reward categories for esports than they do for games. I can't remember exactly what he said. He said a certain thing, but my God, best esports game, best esports player, best esports event, best esports coach, best
Champions. And now our final 2 categories. Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray.
Best game direction. I'll say either God of War. Um, I say God of War. I think I can give an honest opinion on that one, given the other games and what it's about. I say best God of War.
And finally, on behalf of the jury comprising more than 100 global media outlets, I am proud to announce the 6 games selected for outstanding creative and technical excellence. The nominees
Game of the
for
Year.
Game of the Year at the Game Awards are A Plague Tale Record,
You know that's the Xbox choice. Right there. There's no Xbox exclusive. So they are going to lean heavy on that. I know a certain Xbot. Has been called out for not being much of a gamer. That's literally been called out to not finish games. So he's went out of his way to upload many gameplay videos of this, showing that I think he has completed it. And he basically has nothing else in his bag that closely resembles it that he's played. I don't know, maybe he has, but I guarantee you, absolutely guarantee you that he didn't play it due to interest in the game. He just knew that was going to be the only game that he could honestly compare to God of War. And he's even made a video trying to compare it with God of War visually. Just like a certain Xbot used to do when he was an Xbot, but now is a PlayStation pony. So, don't got a game of your own to compare with God of War. Gotta grab a third party studio to hold on to tight.
we have from Asobo Studio and Focus Entertainment, Elden Ring by From Software and Bandai Namco Entertainment, God of War Ragnarok from Sony Santa Monica and Sony Interactive Entertainment, Horizon Forbidden West from Guerrilla Games and Sony Interactive Entertainment, Stray from Blue 12 Studio and
Stray should not be there. Stray shouldn't be there. I agree with that other dude. All the other categories, fine. It seemed like they was trying to push Stray in there for maybe one or two of the categories, but they're definitely pushing it too far for giving Stray a nominee for. I mean, I ain't saying the game isn't good. I heard nothing but good things about the game, but I also hear it's only 4 hours long. 4 hours. I honestly would not. I would say Indy doesn't deserve Game of the Year. And that's really, 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 if it hits some unbelievable strides. And believe me, this cat game doesn't reach any strides. yeah, to be worthy to be nominated. So this is straight bullshit. We know Elden Ring is definitely worthy of being nominated and worthy of winning. God of War, of course, worthy of being nominated, worthy being the winner. Now, I loved uh, Horizon Forbidden West. I loved it, but I don't see it winning. I don't see it winning Game of the Year. I think it was nominated. I can let it slide, even though I loved it. It was beautiful. What the most beautiful game that I've played to date. Graphic wise, visual wise, sound wise, and stuff. But I don't see it beating God of War. I don't see it beating Elden Ring. So I'm gonna be linked. Of course, again, I'm truthful. I'm partial. I got a little partial in me. Even though I haven't played Ragnarok, I played the first God of War, and from what I experienced there, I know it's not gonna be nothing but more improvement on the second one. More same impactful story-driven game, action, fighting, a good challenge, and all-around game. So it's a tosser, but I'm going to say me personally, I'll give it to God of War, showing a little partiality, being honest. So this has been another live stream going over the Game Awards nominees, giving my 2 cents about it. It was something I figured I'd do. It might not have I might not have executed it. Executed it. Executed good enough. Might had a little technical issues, but I did it anyways. So continue yielding to my will, puppets, because we all know you will. Oh, that's so real.